weekly update sort of thing. Started off my morning and kind of tired. Poured a bowl of cereal. Milk said it was good until I think 2 days from now. Pour my bowl of cereal, start eating, get about halfway through it. That's when it hits me. Something don't taste quite right. I think the milk was a little spoiled, so I finished the bite I was eating. I go to the fridge, open up the milk, twist the cap off. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. How it didn't hit me when I was pouring it, I don't know, but every once in a while you get a jug of milk that it doesn't last until the best by date. And it just kind of like, haha, joke's on you. So yeah, that's how I started my day. Anyhow, I'll show you what we're up to. Alright, so this is the donor for the Exocet, which I don't know if this will pick it up or not, but kind of got a bit of a glow to it whenever the sun hits it just right. We'll get to plenty of pictures about that someday, but not right now. Anyhow, this is the first timing belt job I've ever done. It involves replacing this seal, well, on a Miata anyway, it's smart to replace the seals that go behind each cam, and then the seal that goes behind the crank here, and replacing the belt, the idler, or the tensioner, and then there's the idler pulley right here. So you get to pull all of this apart. Well, I made the mistake of, rather than pulling off this one center bolt and then using a pry bar to pull this cam gear off, I took off these 4 bolts, and yeah, it kind of went explode on me. Turns out this is a conventional timing gear. This is a variable valve timing gear. And as you can see, if I get a little better angle, there's like a housing here. And inside this housing contains all the parts that make the cam able to twist inside here as the engine runs. And it does this with oil pressure, and this is part of the system. So I decided, why not? Let's just replace all the O-rings and everything while I'm in there. So that's what I did. And yeah, the difference between a regular cam gear and a variable valve timing gear, by my count, is about 45 pieces. Oh man. So, if this thing runs correctly when I'm done, I will be rather ecstatic. You can see here, there's a little mark on the timing pulley, if you're ever doing this for a Miata. You need to line it up with this mark here on this back plate. And then the intake also has an eye. It goes to the eye right there. And you line those up, along with the crankshaft has a little mark and groove that you need to line up as well to make sure everything's where it needs to be before you reassemble it. So, like I said, first time doing this job. If it works, I'll be pretty happy with that. Oh yeah, and as always, wanted to show off my inevitable mistakes and goofs. While I was having this apart and putting it back together, I had this plate, put it back on, then forgot that what did I forget? Oh, I forgot to put the plate back on before I put the cam gears on. And you know, you kind of need this plate because it's what allows you to attach the covers. It has these little bits of hardware, these captive nuts on here along the sides, and right there's another one. I guess that's it. Anyhow, my Supra doesn't have those, so unfortunately I can't make my Supra the engine look like it's supposed to. That's another story for a long time, or another time, but anyway. In the process of doing all that, I changed out the water pump, because it's a good idea on Miatas. Changed out the thermostat and gasket and all that. And well, I read online, because you know, the Miata community is pretty good about this sort of thing. I read on there about how to torque it to, I think it said 19 to 29 foot-pounds or something like that. And well, I grabbed my good old torque wrench and started torquing down the one housing bolt. This is what you call lucky. I don't know if you guys have ever broken a bolt before. I most certainly have broken my share. Yeah, this bolt broke, but it retained one little thread. I mean, you can tell that's all that's holding that on, is that little bit of thread right there. And as soon as I heard the pop, I stopped, and I thought, oh no, I'm about to have a bad day. So, fortunately that came out without needing a drill bit or anything like that, so lucky day on that one. Anyhow, what else we got? Oh yeah, comes to my mind that I haven't really been sharing my stupid jokes lately. So, in addition to not always needing a torque wrench, sometimes it's good to have perspective and to think, you know, back in the 20s and 30s when they were building all those old high-rise buildings, you always saw the iron workers working up on beams hundreds of feet from the ground, eating their lunch on a beam with the other guys. You know what you didn't see in those pictures? Porta potties. I don't think they'd been invented yet. So, you can't tell me the guys that worked 12, 14, 16 hours, 18 hours a day putting together buildings, you can't tell me that they didn't need to take a poop once in a while. So next time you think you're having a crappy day, just think about Steve 3 floors down on Taco Tuesday. There you go. Alright folks, till next time, take care. Thanks for watching. I'll see ya.